What's happening? Just outside my tent, preparing something for you. You know, one of the things with the housing crisis is going to lead to a homeless crisis, right? You know, because like in a high functioning society, the only people that are homeless are like drug addicts, completely crazy people that have burned every single bridge in their life. But what happens, right, as the housing crisis increases, is you get people kind of falling through the cracks that are kind of educated, that kind of can look around and see what's going on. But I became homeless about 6 months ago. And actually, it's one of the best things that ever happened to me. I love waking up in the forest. This is not one of these videos where I say, oh my God, it's so horrible being homeless. I don't mind. I don't mind. No rent. I do what I want. It's kind of like being a billionaire. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do when you wake up. One of the things I've noticed, right now I'm in Queensland, right, which is Stephen Miles district, right? So Stephen Miles is running things over here, and he's running Queensland, and Tom Tate is running the Gold Coast, right? And I'm not even like upset or depressed. I'm just like, wow. Let me give you an example. So, you know, I stink a little bit, right? So I've got to have a shower. Have you noticed how every time you see homeless dudes, right, they're always got dirty clothes, maybe they smell a little bit. Somebody who's homeless, it's poor hygiene. Have you ever thought to yourself, why can't they just install a hot shower for some homeless dudes to be able to, some dignity, whatever, right? And, you know, in the Gold Coast, for example, they spent 11.6 million on the homeless program, right? So you could just like open up a shower, have people have showers. So check this out. This is what I learned. So UnitingCare, which is run by Luke, who's in Lifeline, who's, by the way, opened my email 30 times after I've asked him this question, because you got to understand these charities like UnitingCare that Stephen Miles gives money to, they're all about the front end, right? They're all about putting on a beautiful facade to all their donors. I started doing a bit of research. I became fascinated with the shower situation, right? In Broadwater Parkland, which is which is the ground zero of homelessness. There's homeless dudes all over the place, right? There's a bunch of things that I won't mention in this video, like for example, the 7Care Connect websites that have been down for a year for homeless people that I've told them about that are still up, even though the Gold Coast Council knows about it, and Tom Tate is under Stephen Miles, but he's thieving and stealing everything. But let's just, he was just caught yesterday for, and every time this guy gets caught, it's never like for his behavior, it's always he's stealing money, right? He's got his hand in the kitty, and Stephen Miles, Labour government, doesn't do anything about it. It's fascinating to me. But back to the shower situation, right? Ask Luke, because if you go to Gold Coast Homeless Services on Google, UnitingCare is the first company that comes up. They're getting about $800 million from the government. So you think $800 million to install a shower, just one shower. Luke says to me, oh, the showers, we have services 7 days a week. I call up the service, right, his service, and like, we're open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday to Friday, right? And then I email him, I'm like, well, wait a second, you just said it's open 7 days a week. Your own company is saying to me that it's open for 4 hours, because you got to understand, we can reduce the amount of services. No one's gonna know how badly we treat the homeless inside of a housing crisis. Guy's going crazy, he's opening my email 30 times. The CEO of UnitingCare is opening my email 30 times, because they'll never admit that they're wrong, right? They're trying to, the Premier Stephen Miles opening my email 30 times. In Southport, you've got Set Free, right? Which is a charity that everybody goes, you know, this is the ground zero. So they, on their website, they advertise, oh, we've got showers 7 a.m. to, I think, 1:30 p.m. I'll put the picture up every day, right? But you walk into Set Free, and it's a completely different story. The showers, I'm gonna put up the sign now, and the showers are only open like 3 days a week. They're not open on Saturday or Sunday. That's why all the homeless people stink. Like, and by the way, Set Free is with Tom Tate, because I knew, because when I was going in there, because I'm homeless myself, the guy's like, yeah, I just spoke to the mayor, Tom Tate, da 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 da. The fact that you have a country that's in the middle of a housing crisis, Gold Coast is in the ground zero of a housing crisis, and you've got the Premier giving $800 million to a charity who is not just not providing a hot shower, they're outright lying. Like, the top guy is lying, and you give him the facts, and he just hides. And he just hides. And Stephen Miles hides. Every single homeless service in the Gold Coast under Tom Tate and Stephen Miles is fucking corrupt to the core. Like, corrupt to the core. I've just given you the facts, right? Set Free, that's the one charity in Southport, that's where all the homeless people are. They can't even give them a hot shower. By the way, Broadwater Parkland has a shower block in there with a temperature adjuster, but it's always cold because so they've turned off the hot water. I know they've turned off the power points. It's all about putting it on you, because if you're hungry, right, and you go to, like, you're like, oh, I'm so hungry, let me get some food, right, and you go to Rosie's, I think it is, and they give you this card, right? Now I don't know if you can see it, and it's called Homeless Health Outreach Team, but at the top you'll see it's part of the mental health ward. And the idea is, if you are homeless in Australia, it's your fault, right? Maybe just give them a hot shower. Is that crazy? 800 million? 800 million, Luke? Can you give them a hot shower? Am I crazy? Am I insane? Anyway, that's it. That's it for today. Peace. Mwah.